This is the XRP 1 month overview reading for the month of November 2023. It's currently September 20th, 2023, 2:48 p.m. Eastern Time. XRP at the time of this reading is currently 0.5208 or just over 50 cents USD, just over 52 cents USD. The shuffle file that we're about to play for the November reading was created September 3rd, 2023 at 3:19 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. The overall theme and behavior for XRP in November is going to be, it's really mixed, guys. These are both, the theme card and the crossing of the theme card are both very mixed types of cards. They have both directions in them. The Chariot card does imply that it's overall bullish, but it precedes a decline. So there's like a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. It's crossed with a sideways S formation within a channel. So usually that channel is horizontal support and resistance. Sometimes it's at a downward slant in like a really heavy like downtrend. But in either case, what you'll see is that you'll go from the resistance all the way to the support, reverse go all the way back to the resistance, reverse go all the way back to the support. So we should see at least a part of that taking place. It looks like maybe the last portion of the sideways S will take place outside of the month. It's possible. In either case, what we're going to see is two highs and two lows, roughly, or like roughly two lows. There's going to be like a bounce. So you could say maybe three, but it's really like two. The overall behavior around the highest high for the month of November. So there's, again, this is a very mixed card. The pleasure card indicates erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, there's a crest that's revisited that offers an opportunity, or offered an opportunity. And you can see we're going to revisit a crest here at the end of the month the crest that we see around like the 10th, 11th, we'll see again at the end of the month. And we're going to get into like overall chart behavior day by day. But before we do that, guys, I want to make sure that everybody understands the whole purpose of this channel is to take some of this money that's being made from the information on this channel and donate it forward to one of these charities here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, where we ask that you donate 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities. All you got to do is click here and donate. It's super easy. And then 5% of the profits should go back to the channel as a thank you, show some gratitude, and also that's what supports the channel, my friends. So make sure to remember to do that. Super important. Thank you to all those angel investors out there following these rules. And the last portion of the rule of karma is that 90% left over. Make sure you spend it out of love. As long as you follow those rules, my friends, the universe considers you an angel investor. The channel is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel for helping us fulfill the purpose of this channel, which is really to transmute this competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. All right, so let's get back into it, guys. As we progress through the month, we're going to talk about the best trades that we see and the entry and exit points as well. Let's take a look at the September reading and see how we're doing thus far. So I think we were a few days early on the low. We had a possible low here around the 7th, 8th, or around the 16th. But what ended up happening is we had it here on the 10th. So we were a little bit early on that. But we did have it in the beginning of the month, right? There was a crest on the 3rd, 4th. We have a crest on the 3rd, 4th. And then this is where we'd indicated a low. So a couple days early there. On the highs, though, we're pretty solid. We had another one here on the 14th, 15th. Right here on the 14th, there's another high. And then we had a higher high on the 19th, 20th. And you can see we've got a higher here on the, well, we go into most likely go into a highest high here on the 19th, 20th. This only goes up to the 18th on the chart, however. So this is looking pretty solid, aside from being off a couple days on the low. The overall trend direction is supposed to be pretty mixed with sideways kind of overall trend. And you can see that's pretty much what we've got, is this like sideways overall trend with this resistance level that's pretty much been highlighted the majority of the month thus far. The low formed with a sharp drop that stood out on a 1 month scale chart, and the high is forming when we have a diagonal rally along a diagonal trend line that breaks through horizontal resistance before meeting a second resistance and pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. So this is looking pretty solid, guys. All right, let's get into it. So in November, we have this opportunity on day one. There's this drop that offers an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of it. It looks like there's both a prominent trough and a prominent peak on the first. So a lot of ground is going to be covered in the midst of an early decline, most likely. If there is an early decline there on the first, I would say that's likely opportunity to open up a long position for a day trade, and you would close that day trade when we have a prominent crest towards the end of the day. There'll be a notable reversal around that, and that prominent crest will form when on a one-day chart we have a big move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher on a one-day chart. That's the type of chart behavior you'll be looking for on a one-day chart on the first to signal entering or exiting the long position. The low on a one-day chart where you're looking to enter the long position would form after 3 pokes through the same trend line, or usually it's a horizontal resistance followed by a sharp drop off of that third poke, and that's again on a one-day chart. So it's a day trade there on the first. On the second, there is a notable fake out shakeout. It looks like a move to the upside towards the end of the day, a move to the upside, and there's a fake out there with a trade opportunity when we're attempting to establish support. But it looks like most likely have a lowest low either here on the second or on the third. Early in the day on the third, we have a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and that's resistance on a multi-day scale before breaking back down through that same price level with a full retracement, and that takes us into where we would most likely see the lowest low. There's a trade opportunity when we poke through that resistance to open up a short position and close that short position at the end of the day. And it's a day trade. You could also, in the midst of a decline on the second, early in the day, open up a long position and close that long position when we poke through that resistance on the third or early in the day. On the fourth, I'm advised to be cautious. There's a lot of different types of technical behavior that can happen when you see the prudence card. It's usually multiple false tops or bottoms, but it can be like fake outs or shakeouts, other really tricky like price swings. On the fifth, we have a crest that we should sell off from through multiple support levels pretty early in the day. The crest forms, and there's a trade opportunity there to open up a short position, close that short position on the cusp of the fifth and the sixth before a notable move higher on the sixth that's followed by a full retracement back down to that price level. So you could go from on the fifth early in the day at a crest, opening up a short position, closing that short position around for those of you that regularly utilize the XRP predictions, the right thing to do is go to our website, Tarot for Traders, SO Meta Posts, scroll down to monthly subscription, and click on the XRP subscription. That'll give you the full paid version of the prediction where we talk about all of the trades that we see and which trades are the best trades to go for. We're not right all the time, but my friends, we're right a lot of the time. Somebody that knows how to trade already and is looking for an edge, this is definitely beneficial. And again, it's the right thing to do. That's how you support the channel. This is the best way to support the channel. That way, that and the rule of karma, my friends, which everybody should be following. Bless your souls for all those of you doing so.